Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. All right. Shalom. It's the brother Kakon Gabar of the Keepers of Sheep Camp. And I'm back with another, transit, talk/lesson. Before I begin, I'll give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rikakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole feet elect, beginning with the 144,000. Shalom. All right. Once again, if this devil is coming down into you, having great wrath, because he knows that he have but a short time, right? That how much time do we have to be prepared spiritually, right? And I believe I'm gonna title this lesson, right? We have a short time to be prepared spiritually, right? Because this devil knows that he only have but a short time. That means we only have but a short time, right? Before the persecution comes, right? Jacob trouble comes. The hour of temptation, right? The trials and tribulations, right? Because we got to do everything. We got to prepare ourselves, right? And get ourselves ready to get through that straight and narrow path, right? To go through that straight gate, right? That it speaks about in the book of Matthew, right? And also in the second Ezra, the 7th chapter, right? Because it's not going to be an easy road to the kingdom of heaven, right? And knowing that Esau have but a short amount of time, right? That means we got to do everything that we can to be prepared spiritually, right? We got to put on that whole armor and that blessed plate of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, to making sure that we're making our calling of the election sure, right? Like it speaks about in second Ezra, I believe the 14th chapter, right? When it speaks about setting down the house in order, right? We got to, that house meaning but yourself, right? So you got to be getting yourself in order, right? You got to be teaching at an all-time high, right? You got to go out and you got to drop lessons. And you got to go on the highways and byways while we can before the famine of the word hits, right? We got to warn the people as much as we can, right? So, through the Lord's will, they can repent and return back into Yahweh, right? They can prepare for the times to come, right? Even though that's what we've been doing, but we here to wake up the elect. You'll never know who can hear this word, right? Like it speaks about in Isaiah 33:6, right? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? And strength, treasure of his salvation, roughly paraphrasing, right? But that wisdom and knowledge, that's what's going to keep us stable during these times that's soon to come, right? So we just got to continue to prepare ourselves spiritually, right? Mentally, and even physically, right? And you got some brothers that they go walking every day. You got some brothers that hit the gym every day, even though that, right? We're not trying to be bodybuilders and not here, preparing ourselves physically, but it'll definitely help during these times, right? You may have to run for days, right? Or you might have to lift something up, right? Because we can't, we can't just think that strength that we have now is going to be there, sooner or later, right? Even though that, spiritual powers going to be coming in on this side, right? Even though we know that the Lord is going to take care of his elect, during the times of famines, plagues, pestilence, right? And etc. But it may be a couple days to where you don't eat anything, right? You may go 2 or 3 days without eating, right? Just to be a little test from Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And when you go days without eating, guess what? Your body get weak, right? Your body get weak, but it's still good to go out and go to the gym, right? Go on walks, right? To get your stamina up, right? To get your strength up. So when the time comes, you may have to fight off someone, right? You might have to protect your family, right? Whatever the case may be. But the most important thing is to be prepared spiritually, right? With the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, right? Building up your spirit. So when you get faced with the hour of temptation, right, you don't be tempted at all, right? You really put your life on the line for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. He that shall lose his life shall save it. He that shall save his life shall lose circle of trouble hit, hey, you ready for the times to come, right? When persecution get here, hey, you ready to get under the guillotine, you know, because why? You know that you're gonna have a greater reward, and that's the kingdom of heaven, right? That's that kind of life, you know. We're not worrying about this kingdom, man. This kingdom has nothing for us. We have nothing to lose, man. Right? So we willing to die for Yahweh Bahasham and to receive that kind of life. You know, and I just thought of a precept, slipped my mind that fast. Right? And that's another reason we gotta be prepared spiritually. Because why? We're not gonna be in these fleshly bodies, man, where you forget things, your body hurt, right? Headaches and things of that sort, man. We don't have to worry about that when we get the spiritual powers, man. I mean the spiritual bodies, so like in the spiritual powers, right? But you know, man, it's a lot of things we have for to look for, man, to prepare ourselves, man. So we got to continue to be on our watchtower, continue to you know, warn the people, continue to teach, continue to study, right? Continue to you know, do the works, right? Most important things, man. You know, hey, these are things that we have to do, man. Hey, we know that if Esau only has but a short amount of time, that means we have but a short amount of time, right? We know that July the 4th, right, is coming up, and that's what America's 250th year birthday. And what does the Lord do around that 250th year mark, right? Take down kingdoms, right? Take down kingdoms, and he can bring them down, man. You know what it says, 2 Kings 69, for Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, right? And that's what we banking on, 1,000%. We got all our eggs in one basket. Wow, we know that that's true. We know that's the real thing. We know that that's soon to happen, right? And we seeing the signs of a fallen kingdom, right? They cruel Lord, as in Trump, saying how he don't care about the Americans. What all he say? Say he don't care about the American situation. Basically, going into that, I have to go back into the article, right? But this cruel Lord, man, he don't care about the American citizens, man. Right? He don't care how you living. He don't care about who? Himself and the elites, right? How can they continue to keep their pocket stuff and continue to for their kingdom to continue to last longer? Right? That's all they worrying about, right? You got war going on. You got gas prices skyrocketing high. You got groceries skyrocketing high. You got houses and cars skyrocketing high. Rent skyrocketing high. Right? Everything is just in the upward, man. So like everything is just out of its course. Everything is just right corrupt. Right? Esau, like you said, kingdom going against not kingdom against kingdom. But I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? But basically going into Esau going against himself. One moment, put it up. Much like kingdom against his own kingdom. Roughly paraphrasing. But I know I can get it. It's like y'all bear with me. Matthew 12 and 25, right? Water, for bearing with me. Yahushua, Kahala, Yahweh, Yahushua, you know, for let me remember. Matthew 12 and 25, right? Saying Yahushua knew their thoughts and said it to them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, right? In every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, man. And that's exactly what's going on now, man. Right? The kingdom is divided against itself, man. The people ain't the same ones that voted for Trump. Hey, now the same ones that hate Trump, man. You feel me? Same ones that wish that they voted for Camilla, right? Or how you pronounce her name, Camilla, right? Same ones that that's bashing Trump down there. Them the same ones that's out on the sidewalks. You know, I've been seeing people on the highways, bridges, you know, downtown, right? And instead of holding up signs, right, talking about Trump with Trump, you know, crossing out his name, right, saying protesting, you know, right, summing it all up, right? And 9 times out of 10 of them are the same ones that voted for Trump, right? But that's y'all the ones that got deceived, man. His word smooth like butter, but in his art it's full of war, man. Roughly paraphrasing, right? Y'all fell for the trick, man. Hey, Trump, Lord willing, he the one that bring this kingdom down, man. Lord willing, he the one that drag out into World War III, right? And let this war that's going on now, right, be escalated to World War III, man. We waiting on it, you know, because while we know the quicker that this kingdom fall, the quicker we'll be into the kingdom of heaven, you know. And with that being said, we only have but a short amount of time, right? So just continue to prepare yourself spiritually, right, with the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, you know, putting on the whole armor of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, right? Continue to warn the people, continue to teach it to the people, right? And just continue to pray, continue to have faith, continue to believe, continue to hope, right? And continue to just, you know, keep being righteous, right? And with that being said, Lord willing, this was a quick, you know, edifying, you know, lesson, right?